Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning, dear students, and welcome to our science class. Today is Monday, and the date is the 8th of November 2021. Today, we are going to start a new unit and a new topic. We're going to talk about populations, habitats, and niches. Are you familiar with any word of these?
No.
Really? You don't know what populations? What about habitats?
I kind of know habitats. I mean, I know habitats. I forget it. Habitat I know like a house.
Yes,
like
Dana, that's right.
Shelter.
Yes,
Like
Dana. Yes, exactly, Dana, exactly. It's the place where an animal lives. Excellent. What about populations? Can you try, girls?
I don't
Definitely it's related to animals, as you can see.
Miss, I only know habitat, but I forget its meaning.
Habitat is the place, a place where an animal lives. So a polar bear habitat is the polar. A duck habitat is the water. A camel habitat is the desert. See?
Like the fish is the water. The fish.
Yes, that's right. That's right. All right, let's start first of all about who lives where. If I am asking about where this animal is living, definitely I'm asking about the habitat. But before the habitat, what about all the living and non-living thing interacting together in one place, needing each other in one place? What do I call it? I call it an ecosystem. Why? Because ecosystem is a system all complete. Everything inside this system needs each other to survive. For example, take a look at the ocean down here. This ocean over here. Definitely the fish needs the salt water to survive. Not only the salt water, it needs the coral that lives there. It needs the other animals that lives there. All of them in one area, they are interacting. They are supporting each other sometimes. They are helping each other. Are they all living things or there is something non-living?
There is something non-living.
Excellent, excellent. So whenever we are talking about living and non-living thing in one area and they must interact together, we are talking about ecosystem. Because if you are just talking about the living and non-living in one place, you're talking about the environment. Environment doesn't need anything to interact with anything. But in an ecosystem, to make a system, you need to make them interact. Okay, do you understand with me?
Yes.
Okay, open your cameras and open your book to page 174. 174. Okay? فطومة, read for me. What's an ecosystem?
Okay, Miss. I can't see your board. It's black.
Really? Okay.
I swear to God, it's
Again.
black.
How about now?
Just a minute, it's loading. See, it's still. Anoud Alofi has started screen sharing.
Okay.
Yeah, right now it's good. All of the living and non-living thing in an area and their interaction make up an ecosystem.
Excellent. So they must interact. They must what? Interact. If they are interacting, it's an ecosystem. If I said all the living and non-living in one place, what are you going to tell me? Is it an ecosystem or environment?
It's an ecosystem?
No, if they interact, they are an ecosystem. But if I said living and non-living things, that's it? in one place? It's an environment. Why? Because an ecosystem, it needs a system. There must be a system for someone is following, okay? For example, what about the desert ecosystem? Tell me about the desert ecosystem. All the living thing and non-living thing in one place and how they are interact. Talk to me about it.
Me? What?
Yes,
Miss me,
Fatima.
tell me.
174.
104. Okay,
Hi,
just
Mama.
a minute. 104.
Hi, Mama.
100.
Oh,
Yes. Miss, but there is no desert in the page.
I know. I'm telling you an example from outside the book.
Okay. A desert. The desert, it has a sand, and the sand is non-living. And there is a camel that is living, that it's live in the desert.
What about cactus?
Yeah, cacti. The cactus, it can live there, but in just America.
Yes. Why a
Right?
cactus can live in a desert? How they are interact together?
Because when it rains on the desert, it take water, and it's like a camel. It have water inside it, so she can live.
Keep the water inside it. Very good. Very good. Excellent. Excellent. If I put
Yes, I think
cactus
when
in
they die,
a rainforest, yeah, Fatuma, if I put this cactus in a rainforest, do you think the cactus will survive?
no.
Why? Excellent. It's not going to survive.
Because,
Why?
because the trees didn't give it a light, sunlight.
Not only sunlight. Yes, that's right. That's right. Excellent. Because cactus
And
needs sunlight, very large amount of sunlight. Not only this, if it's keep raining all the time, the cactus will be full of water, and when it's very full of water, it will die. It can sink and it cannot survive the rain. It needs only a little bit.
Miss, you know that my cousin have a cactus. It's a small cactus. She buy it from the window. I think so. She buy it, or she go to the plant place. She bring it. She bring the cactus, and she take care of it.
Nice.
And
Very good.
And she put a little bit of water.
Okay,
So
Fatuma, in this page, we see the ocean ecosystem. The ocean ecosystem, what do they have, the ocean ecosystem? They have the coral reefs, they have skeletons of coral animals, also they have so much kinds of fishes and plants, and all they need each other to survive. Also, we know that a great variety of plants and animals thrive in rainforest. What do I mean? I mean that they live in the rainforest and they interact together, and they need each other. So, and they live in the rainforest where the weather is always warm and wet. So, all the living things that they live in the rainforest, they like the system over there or the environment over there. Now, let's do this activity together. I want you to match each animal with the ecosystem where it lives. Okay? Now,
okay.
Warless, where do you think a Warless would live? In which place? In African savanna or polar ecosystem?
I think polar ecosystem.
Of course, it's in polar ecosystem. What about the giraffe?
African savanna.
Of course, in the African savanna, of course. Okay. These places where animal lives, we call it habitat. So the African savanna is the habitat for a giraffe, and a polar ecosystem is the habitat for the walrus. Walrus. Okay. All right. What do you see in this picture? What do you see?
I see zebra. Zebra.
Okay, zebras. And
I don't know. Miss, screen is darking. Can I go out and come back?
it's okay. Zebras and elephant. Can you see the elephant there behind?
Yeah, back there.
Yes. What
And
about
this one,
the
the deer.
deer? Yes, the deer. Sometimes we can see rhinos. All right, let's talk about what's a community and what's a population. Okay, if I have only one zebra, only one zebra, I'm talking about an organism. This is an organism. But if I'm talking about group of zebras and only zebras, I'm talking about a population because they are all made of the same kind, the population of zebra. Or I can talk about only deers and there is a bunch of them. So I will say a population of deers. Sometimes I have so many elephants, okay, or so many rhinos. If I'm talking about only one group of them, the same type, I'm talking about what? Populations. Now, let me tell you about the population of zebra living with the population of deers, living with the population of rhinos, and the population of elephants. All four populations, they live together. What do they make when they live together? They make up a community. What do they make? They make up a community. So now, do you understand what is the difference between a community and a population?
Yeah.
Okay, who's bigger, the population or the community? Where are you guys? I can't see anyone. Only Dana? معقولة? Only Dana opening her camera? Thank you, Imagine.
I want to open my camera, but
Yes,
what it's
Yadara, I know
called?
about
My camera is
you.
broken.
I know about you. What about others? Huh? Okay. Rima Basamah. Now tell me, who's bigger, the community or the population? Who's larger? Hi,
Yes,
Rima
miss.
Basamah. Who's larger, the community or the population?
Community.
Of course, the community is bigger. Why the community is bigger, Yalara? Can you tell me? Can you try and tell me why community is bigger than population?
Lara who?
You, Lara Ghaith.
Okay. What's community?
Okay, why
Let's see the
community is
question again.
larger than population, Yalara? Because community have what inside it? Made of what?
Miss, it's organism.
All right. No, not yes. It has all the organisms that live in one area. But why community is bigger than population? Because community has many populations under it. See, many population lives in one place. They make up a community, and the population is only about one type of group. One type, only zebras. In this group, we have only zebras. They make the population of zebras. And in another group, we have only deers. They make up a population of deers. See what I did over here? Okay. Now let's underline together quickly.
Miss,
Yes.
I know why I can't see your report fast. Because the Wi-Fi. I have an area that has a Wi-Fi.
Okay, I want you to underline fast so we can move to the next page. So a community is made up of all the organisms that live in the same place. All these animals that they live in the same place, they make up a community. But a population is a group, okay, made up of the same type of individual in the same ecosystem. So I can talk about the population of fishes that they live where? In this ocean. The population of elephants that they live in the savannah. The population of ants that they live under the ground. This is a population. All right, Habibi, did you underline with me? Everyone? Very good. So let's go to the next page and see what do we have over there.
Miss Anud,
Yes, Habibi.
do we underline all? Yes.
No, yeah, Habibi, it's only about what is a community, the name of the community, what does it mean? What does a population mean? Fattuma, mashallah. Okay, how many years I've been teaching you? Tell me. How
Or
many?
not?
Since
I
grade
think
2,
1 year.
grade 2, 3, and now you are 4. We always underline what? The lesson vocabulary. Okay?
I underline it.
That's it. Thank you. Very good. Now, take a look at these creatures, these organisms. All of them in one area and all of them in one place. What do they make? They make an ecosystem. All the living things and non-living things in one area, they are interacting together. Look at the bird eating a mosquito over here that lives down here. Also, the frog is eating something from the pond and interacting in this area. So it is an ecosystem. Okay, Habibi. Where does a frog live? Huh? Where does the frog live?
Miss, the frog lives in a lake.
Okay.
Miss, and also we have the thing that it is
Lives in a pond. Upon what?
upon Miss. This the flower that is I forget its name.
The water lily leaves. They
Yes, I want.
Yes, so the water lily leaves, we call it a habitat. Why? Because a habitat is the physical part of the ecosystem that meets the needs of an organism. So we,
Miss Anud, can we share a video, please?
of course, yes, after we finish, yes, ya Fattuma, not today, because today I don't think we have time, but of course I'm going to share a video with you, ya Fattuma. So, what's a habitat? Again, let's underline.
The habitat. I'll tell you what is the habitat. A habitat is the physical part of the ecosystem that meets the need of an organism.
Excellent, excellent. So that means animals, what do they find in their habitat? They find whatever they need. What do they need? Yes,
they need food
and shelter in their habitat. These are physical things. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Did you underline?
Yes.
Very good. Now, take a look at the pond over here. Let's get a tree shallow. Who's standing on a tree shallow?
The bird.
The bird. Okay. What is the bird doing?
Eating a mosquito.
Excellent, excellent. What about over here, tadpoles? Where did their moms put them, tadpoles?
In the lake.
Yes, in the lake, under the water. Tadpoles, when they hatch from eggs, they go to the water. They need the water to survive and to grow up until they become an adult. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, there is something. Tadpole, they eat what? A mosquito larvae. What do they eat?
A mosquito larvae.
Okay, sometimes they eat them and sometimes they share the same place or the same habitat and they look for food together and shelter. Both of them, they share the same thing, the same habitat, the same resources, the same everything they share. So
Miss,
there are
what is
animals.
what is a niche? Niche.
Niche. We're going to talk about the niche. Let us talk about it one by one. Now, some animals or some living things, they can share habitat and resources. So not only a frog can live on a lily's leaves, only a frog can do that. No, sometimes this habitat can be shared with
A
other
grasshopper
animals.
also. Miss also a
Yes, a
grasshopper.
grasshopper. That's right. That's right. Excellent. Excellent. Now, what does
Miss,
a
why
frog
do we
do?
live here?
What
Miss,
does a
why you do
do?
the lily plant? Why you don't live down the sea?
I don't know. Maybe it's adapted to be up on the lake, not down on the sea. Okay. Now, Batuma, tell me, what is the role of a frog? What does a frog do?
Miss, can I see it in real life? I want to see how.
What do Miss a frog? Miss, a frog have like a tall what they call it? A big mouth, so we can eat the insect that he eats it. He can like.
Excellent. Yes, so a frog has a very long tongue that can catch fly, or they can catch insects and eat them. Excellent. What about a mosquito?
Miss, it's about frogs.
Hi, Mama.
Miss, I had a house in Germany, and I saw a frog in the garden, and it was like it's poison.
Yeah,
it changes color. It changes color with the place he stands on it.
Yeah, that's right. There are some kinds of frogs that they are very poisonous. All right, Habibi, before we leave, before the class finish, now every animal or every organism in this life, they have a role to do. They have something to do. What is the role of the frog? Is catching the fly and insects. Also, the branch over here, what is the role of this branch? Is to hold the leaves and for the animals to stand on. Not all animals, but like birds, eagle, owl, all these animals can hang on these branches. So,
Miss, I want to see the.
a niche is every organism in a habitat has a role or a niche. So this is a role. Whatever an animal or an organism can do. So when they are interacting with the habitat and they get food and shelter, they are part of their niches. Niche is the role. Whatever is this organism doing, this is its niche. Do you understand what is niche? Let's underline together. And I'm very sure we are going to repeat tomorrow.
Miss, can I do it with a highlighter? Miss, is the niche the way an organism interacts with the habitat and gets food and shelter?
Yes, excellent.
Miss,
I will alternate and write the way or I'm going to interact.
Miss,
I'm highlighting with
Yes.
the highlighter.
Miss, I want to see in real life how does the like for the
Yes,
frog.
I can show you, ya
Miss,
Habibi.
I think we can see a video. I think so. We can see
No,
a
we
video.
can't, ya Mama. We have 5 more minutes. In these 5 more minutes, I need to make sure
no,
that
I
you
have
understand
PE class and
what
I'm not
is a
wearing
niche,
the clothes.
what is what is a niche and what is habitat. What else? What did we talk about?
We talked about
Unity and population
in the computer
and ecosystem.
Excellent. Populations and niches, community, and ecosystem. Excellent. Very good. Very good. Now, you know that every animal that they have a perfect body part to fit in with its niche. Like example, as you said, the frog has a very long tongue. Why? So it can catch a fly,
So catch flies.
insects. So it
Miss,
can
miss,
match the role that they have in life. Hi, Gilby. Yes,
frog is the frog is always going. How it's black and like I don't know.
there is
Adult frog.
kinds of frogs, not only one kind. Okay, فالطب.
Miss, no, I like it and I'm still.
Yeah.
It's like it's look, but it's scary. I don't know
Okay,
how.
فالطب, I think we can open a video. Just stop recording.